You want to know the difference between a really good holiday party and a great holiday party? Fun and festive drinks. So today on the Spicy Apron Cooking Show, we are going to make peppermint mocha lattes, but we're going to spike them and we're going to make them in the Instant Pot to make it easy for you to serve at your party. But don't worry, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can still make it on the cooktop. We are up here at our cabin in northern Arizona and it is cold, but you know what the cold means? It means it's holiday party season, and I love holiday party season. So today we're gonna whip up a peppermint mocha latte. We're gonna make it interesting because we're gonna spike it with some spiced rum. First, we're gonna use 4 cups of brewed coffee. Now make it very, very strong because then we're gonna add some milk. Once your coffee is in the Instant Pot, and by the way, I am making this in my 3-quart. It will be fairly full. Feel free to make this in the 6-quart or your 8-quart, and you can double the recipe or halve the recipe if you need to, depending on the size of your party, or maybe you're just home having a party by yourself. And then you want to add a 1/2 cup of sugar to the coffee. Now, I like to whisk it in at this point. Usually the coffee is room temperature or a little bit warm. That'll make the sugar dissolve very, very easily. Next up, 4 cups of milk. So it's equal cups strong coffee and milk. And I use whole milk because you want it really rich and creamy. But feel free to use 2% or skim milk if you prefer for your dietary needs. All right, so you can already see it. It's looking like a latte. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that what a latte really is steamed milk with an espresso shot of coffee in it. So instead of doing espresso, we're doing strong coffee mixed with the milk. All right, now it's time to add the mocha part. And this is 6 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and I'm just gonna whisk that right in there. All right, so you want to make sure to whisk in the cocoa powder very, very thoroughly. You do not want it sinking to the bottom and sticking to the bottom of the Instant Pot, because then you'll get that dreaded burn notification, and we certainly don't want that to happen, especially if you're about to have a party. All right, now it's time to add 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract. That is going to make your whole house smell like Christmas time. All right, so now it's time to put our lid on. Now, don't worry, I have not forgotten the spiced rum. Now, I don't want to pressure cook the alcohol, so I'm going to add that after this is all warm and toasty. So you put your lid on. Do not forget to turn it to sealing. You want to make sure to keep all that pressure in there. And get this, you're going to set it to pressure cook for 1 minute, and then we're going to let it release. All right, guys, so the minute is up. Now, as I told you earlier, I am putting this in my mini. It is rather full. And sometimes when you have a full pot or a milk-based dish in it, it is helpful to do what is called a slow release. Now, a lot of you know what a quick release is you take the steam release valve and you just open it up and steam goes flying. But when you have a full pot or you have milk products in it, that could not end well. It can all come out at the top. There's also the natural release, which is where you just let it sit, and over time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all the pressure will release. Now, what I'm going to do is a slow release because I do know it's full. And I just want to show you guys, all that means is you turn the knob just a little bit at a time. See, you can see the steam coming out. And you just hold it here for a little bit. And then you turn it a little bit more. And you do that and you just let it release a little bit at a time, and it will prevent other things from coming out of the steam release valve. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one slow release for a little bit, and then we're going to add the good stuff. Okay, so it's just finishing up. I did this slow release, and I'm right at the very, very end, so it's just about to finish releasing all the pressure. And guys, really, it's very important to be patient. If, as you're opening the release valve, some of the liquid starts to spray out, well, just back it off a little bit. It's not that difficult, but you do need to do it sometimes. Okay, so now that all of the pressure has been released, you can see that the pin has dropped down. We're going to open it up and we're going to see what we have. And that is some chocolatey yumminess mocha peppermint latte. Okay, so a little bit of the chocolate has stuck to the edge. And all you need to do is just swipe it with a spatula to drop it back down into the liquid. Now, the reason I like doing this in the Instant Pot for a party is because you can leave it on keep warm and leave it out for your guests to serve themselves whenever they are in the mood for a fun, tasty holiday drink. All right, now the fun part. Now I am adding Captain Morgan spiced rum. It really gives this drink a nice kick. Feel free to use any kind of rum, or honestly, if you don't want to add any alcohol, you don't have to, but remember what I said about making your good holiday party a great holiday party. So for this amount, I am adding 1.5 cups of rum. Now you could add 2 cups if you really want to have a fun party. And I'm gonna give it one last whisk. Oh, guys, if you could smell it, first of all, the peppermint makes your whole house smell like Christmas time. And now with that spiced rum, oh, you know, people might just skip dinner altogether and go straight for the drinks. So if you're serving it at a party, I would just leave the top off. I would put a nice little stack of coffee cups. Are these not the cutest things ever? I just love these. And I know people are gonna say, where did you get those? I don't know because my mom gave them to me, but I love them. All right, so for party time, now that you've got your spiked peppermint mocha latte, look at that, is just a vintage ladle. I told you, we're up at the cabin. Everything here is vintage. Go ahead and fill up your cup. And you can put out a can of ready whipped cream if you want. Throw some of that on top. Woo, look at that. Now add some crushed candy canes on the top and these cute little individual candy canes. Give everybody one of those. They can keep it in their drink and enjoy the holiday season. How's that, guys? You gotta love this. Now, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can go ahead and do the exact same recipe and you heat it up on your cooktop. You will then have to find a way to keep it warm, which I'm sure you can do, but it will taste just as delicious, just as wonderful. And I gotta take a sip, guys. Wow. You're gonna have a great party. Thank you for watching the Spicy Apron Cooking Show. If you want more Instant Pot ideas or more party ideas, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Happy holiday season.